A.J. Brown. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Saints and the Falcons on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 6 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the 24, Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Third play here in this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Sanders has it over the middle. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey to the 43, 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 15 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones got a man, it's Brown. And he brought down the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away and boom, over the crossbar.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And they get him down about before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side of Smith. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's swung out wide to Sanders. But a nice job to break free of one tackle and slowed his momentum somewhat when he's taken down right after. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Again, he'll drop the throw. This one hauled in. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now, as we potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The first carry for the shift. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw again. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Falcons at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. Touchdown, Falcons! Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play calls love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it is Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go with Edwards left side. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Returnable for Lockett. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And he's got room. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 21-3. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Jones. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's got room at the 30. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Saints! DeMarcus Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. That connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown, taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence is complete to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Jones throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton, and the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Van Jefferson, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're...
And the Saints pressure gets him. brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, those days is not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with it without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Hands it off out of the gun. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now Jones on third down. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Jones on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Touchdown. Burns Smith Jr. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Caught left side hop. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The offense and QB Mac Jones running back out.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Now Lawrence on first down.
It's caught. Cooper.
Second down and 4. Lawrence will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Down to about the 32.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now Lawrence.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 24-yard touchdown. And they were able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Edwards.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. The middle, here's Edwards, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 27, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there, keeping the toes inbounds. Jones now on 3rd and 2. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cricket collapsed around him. QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 34. Aaron goes for 24 yards.
That's because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 21-yard line. 147 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. It's caught. Lockett. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown Falcons. Robert Tonyan with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now, and it moves to 17. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jones. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials looking at each other. They say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
All right, control the clock here. Mark it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Jones. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Smith catches left side. At the 15. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Brett Kern now. Standing just about on his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard pump there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. 173 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This is the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up the 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.